Hi, my name is Dustin. I'm one of the BMW geniuses here at BMW of Ocala. One of the first, thank you for allowing us to help you find your next vehicle. So as you can see in front of me is a 2016 X3 28i xDrive. So if you were to describe our SUVs, I like to say small, medium, and large. X1 being the small, the one in front of us, the X3 being our medium size, and then the X5 being the large. So I kind of like to describe this one as kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It's not too small, it's not too big, it's just right. So as you can see, we got xenon headlights, which are very nice. The daytime running lights will be a glowing circle, but when you have the low beams on, it will actually turn to a small degree left or right with the steering wheel. It's actually pretty amazing, and it will go up or down. So if you're going up a hill, it'll try and shine downwards, and if you're going downhill, it'll try and shine up a little bit. Pretty amazing. As you can see, you got the beautiful kidney grille that BMW is very, very known for. Got some nice wheels here, 18-inch. You may or may not know this, but most BMWs are, including the one in front of us, are on run flat tires. That basically means that there's a thin layer of metal within the rubber, and basically if you puncture the tire, you will still be able to go 50 miles distance, up to 50 miles an hour, before needing to permanently pull over and call roadside assistance. So that's pretty convenient. I also want to mention that with our X3s, you can get them in rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. BMW's all-wheel drive is called the xDrive. That's what this one is in front of us. It's very sophisticated. Our all-wheel drive, basically, if all the wheels have traction, it'll send 60% of the power to the rear to try and feel like it's a rear-wheel drive vehicle. And then if any of the wheels lose traction, the remaining power will get sent to the wheels that do have traction. And it's instantaneous, and it will get you out of any sticky situation. I went through training myself, talking about the xDrive, and we went over these crazy boulders and crazy angles, and it got you out of any sticky situation. And the big thing to understand too is a lot of people think that it's only good for snow, but it's actually really good in wet conditions as well. And as you know, in Florida, it rains here plenty. This particular X3 is in a beautiful glacier silver metallic. Look at the way the sun hits it. It looks even tiny bit more, I mean, to me it almost has like a light bluish tint, depending on how the light hits it. And then when it's in the shade, I definitely think it looks more silver. And then you've got the sand beige Nevada leather, which I'll be showing you interior wise, which I'll be showing you in just a moment. I also want to let you know that the X3s, or BMWs in general, have adaptive brake lights. So that basically means if you were to apply your brakes like normal, it's going to light up majority of the brake lights. And then if you were to abruptly be pushing them, like in an emergency scenario, it will actually light up the brake lights even more. I'm trying to put like an exclamation point at the end of a sentence. So somebody behind you would probably have the idea like, wow, this person might be slowing down quickly. So I'm going to show you now what the storage space is like in an X3. And we even got the seats down. You do have a protection here and a way to be able to keep your stuff private. And that's completely removable, so you can open this entire area up and then you can already see the seats down. It's called a 60-40 split, so you can make one side go down with the armrest and then the other side can go down independently. And then because of the run flat, like I was mentioning before, you will have a very, 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 very small amount of space underneath here, but that's not that bad. And you'll be able to put loose things in there before you even start putting everything up above it. And this is a power tailgate. So all I got to do is press this button and it's going to make the door close. So at this time I want to show you the interior of the car. As you can see, this particular vehicle has navigation. Actually, it was on there. Here. Here we go. Sorry about my finger there. So this is a very intuitive navigation. You'll be able to also do points of interest, find a local gas station, restaurant, so you don't have to know your address right off the top of your head, especially when it's a business. Now this particular vehicle is equipped with Driver Assistance Plus, which includes blind spot detection. It's actually a physical triangle on the side of the mirror here. And you'll also have lane departure, which basically means that if you start drifting out of a lane and you don't use the turn signal, the steering wheel will give you a subtle vibration. Now at BMWs, you're going to have automatic windshield wipers, automatic low beams. We've got dynamic cruise control, which basically means that you can choose to increase or decrease while you're on cruise control, right down to either 1 mile an hour above or below, or up to 5 miles an hour above or below. And if you actually reduce the speed while you're on cruise control for a BMW, it actually does lightly apply the brakes. Normally a vehicle doesn't do that, it just does coasting. You've got the electronic gear shifter here. It's an 8-speed transmission, very, very smooth. You also have dynamic driving modes, and that's the switch next to the gear shifter. It says Sport and Eco Pro. The car has 3 main modes. Comfort mode to give you the most comfortable ride possible, shifting wise and steering sensitivity wise, and then if you're in a sporty mood, you can put it in sport and it will shift a lot more aggressively and also tighten up the steering. As you can see, this is a beautiful interior. Let me show you the back here. Put up the seat. So you can definitely fit 3 full-size adults comfortably back here, and plenty of storage. So I'm going to say this concludes our video. If you have any questions or anything like that, please do not hesitate to call. And thank you very much again for allowing us to help you find your next vehicle. Have a good day. And you really should come down here and give this a test drive, because that's when it's really going to sell itself. A lot of the things that make a BMW special is not necessarily the things you see, but the way it feels while you're driving it. I mean, it is called the ultimate driving machine. All right, have a good day.